Um, Hi, hello. I'm gonna teach you how to, I don't know, just optimize your computer because, I don't know, mine's just crappy and I figured out ways to make it better. So, one of the better ones is this, where you click Windows R and search in sysdem.cpl. Or I think there's a thing where you just go in here and search advanced if you forget to do Windows R. And if you go to advanced performance, you can adjust for best performance or appearance depending on if you want to optimize your computer or just make it look nice. I prefer to keep just like these because if you get rid of this, it just kind of annoys me that this is invisible. Yeah. And then also just the mouse because it just looks slightly better, doesn't do much. And that does give you a little bit better performance. And then the next one would be, actually we're going to stay here. We're just going to go to advanced, change, right here. This is going to change your RAM usage, where it only uses a bit of the RAM that you have in your computer, which is good for I think users with below 16 gigabytes of RAM or 16 gigabytes or so. And it should be lower. I have it set to the recommended, which you should always just change these two right here. When you click, you gotta click this so that you can change it, custom size, and then select these two and set it to the recommended. And you will have to restart your computer after that. So you might want to do that last. But after we do that, we can also go to settings, gaming. A lot of people have game mode on. I might turn this on. I haven't tested to see if it runs better, but you should always turn off captures unless you absolutely want to. It just improves frame rate so that you turn this off. Um, and then mostly keeping your computer clean is a good idea just because the buildup in the fans. If you have a mini PC like I do, I plan to upgrade to a full actual PC in a few months, but it normally just helps clean it. You can always look up tutorials on similar mini PCs or laptops of how you should clean it properly. Personally, I have accidentally destroyed a laptop by doing it without instructions. I mean, the laptop's not really destroyed, but the power supply's cut open and such. That's not great. But most of my optimization happens in Skyrim and Minecraft because I personally don't have a lot of storage on my mini PC here, which is annoying most of the time. Yeah. But normally, since I use Xbox Game Pass to play Skyrim on here, I normally can't figure out how to use Nexus mods, and I really need a new tutorial because the new UI just messed up the whole enable mods thing, so that I can't really mess with Nexus mods. But there are a few Creation Club mods that do help, so that they boost performance by making grass not wave that much. And I've found that you can honestly make the game look pretty nice with a decent load order. I need to mess around with mine though, because a lot of the times it will never crash or anything unless I like change my load order for a like really heavy mod that does the same thing as another. It just starts to stack and deplete performance. But in Minecraft, it's just a lot easier. You can just go into Modrinth, and I have a bunch of mods here, and a lot of them help with performance. This one I made specifically for it, where it has as many. This one I don't use because it just annoys me, but it just optimizes the game a lot. You can use the mod, I think it's called mod menu, to configure them so that it helps. And then for shaders, I highly recommend Mellow, because as long as you just I normally use Mellow shaders and turn off absolutely everything to its lowest. I don't change any of the sliders, I just turn it off except for water, because that is the main thing, and also auroras, because they look nice in the sky. I will make separate videos about my Skyrim load order and maybe something about Minecraft. I don't know what I would really do though, other than show my settings for Mellow, but it's pretty easy to explain. Just don't mess with the sliders unless you think you should, and just mess around with it, because even with this Optiplex 5060 Mini, I got it from a guy who was clustering a bunch of them for AI use. I have been able to get around 30 FPS at maximum with shaders, but 70 is honestly fine, because, well, without shaders I get 70 because my monitor is 60 hertz. Anyways, that is just about all the things that I have to say. But I haven't posted in a long time because I just stopped for a bit, I guess. And in my last video it said that it was going to be 2 years, but it was only 9 months and like 27 days. But I've just put it off a little bit. So hope this video was useful.